Hey guys, it is Mr. Meadows here, and I'm at Camp Creek State Park.
Oh, and it's Wayne
County.
Worth with On the Road in West Virginia, our 55 counties.
Guys, look who I have met. We have watched this man's videos for months, and he's down here in our county, and I thought, hey, Mr. Meadows has got to meet up with him. So I've got a few questions for you if you got the time.
I got the time.
All right, first question. What inspired you to go to all 55 counties in West Virginia?
Whew, that's a good question, Mr. Meadows. I wasn't born here in West Virginia. I was born in Connecticut, and when I lived in Connecticut, my real father was put in prison at the age of 6 when I was 6 months old, and my biological mother had to give me up to the state, because she couldn't take care of me anymore, and I was in foster care, for the first probably, I'd say probably from like 6 years old to 11 years old. And I was adopted here in West Virginia by a single father named Judd Worth in Pocahontas County. And when I was adopted here, my whole life changed. That's where I found my family, I found faith, I found community, and I found opportunity. And the reason why I do this is because I want to pay that forward to you all. I want to pay that forward to the state of West Virginia, for all the blessings that they've shared with me. And this is just my way of doing it.
That is awesome. That is really, really awesome. All right, next question. Out of all the places you have been in West Virginia, what is the most interesting, favorite, cool, whatever you found? Like, where's your go-to place that you just enjoyed?
Well, I mean, my go-to place that I really enjoy, of course, is Pocahontas County, and that's where I'm from. I love going up in the cranberry backcountry in the cranberry wilderness. I'm an avid trout fisherman. I love doing that. But with this video series, probably the two most interesting counties I've been in, one would be Jefferson County. That's up in the eastern panhandle where Harper's Ferry is. And I'm sure you guys learn a lot about Harper's Ferry in 8th grade, especially in 8th grade West Virginia history and 5th grade. And the cool thing about Harper's Ferry is it's like a town that's like, stuck in time. Even when you drive down there, it looks the same as it did probably back, pre-Civil War. So that's a really cool place. And then Grafton, West Virginia, in Taylor County. That's another county that's really interesting. Grafton is where Mother's Day was founded in the whole world. It's really cool. And Grafton was also a place where the B&O Railroad had a terminal. They built a terminal there in 1853, and it was a huge strategic location during the Civil War. That's why we had the first land battle about 12 miles down the road in Philippi, which is in Barber County, from Grafton, because they were trying to jockey for power and control over the B&O Railroad, and that's why the first battle of the Civil War happened in Philippi, because Grafton had that main terminal of the B&O Railroad. So those are two of the most interesting counties for me.
That's awesome. And those are so many things, guys, that we've talked about, and we've learned from Mr. Worth here. He has shared these things with us, so we know it firsthand from him. All right, now I got one more question that I have to ask, because you are so good with doing a lot of work in your community and getting on the road and doing this out of your time and your pocket. What is your definition, and what do you think a good West Virginian should be?
To me, a good West Virginian, to me, is loving your neighbors, remembering where you came from, and really valuing where you came from, and also sharing your blessings. I always heard, one time a smart man told me, he goes, you know what, Wayne, he goes, if you could count your blessings, then certainly you could share them. And that's what makes a good West Virginian. We, as we all know, growing up here in the state, we do value loving our neighbors. We do value, working in our communities and helping our communities. And with that said, that's what makes us very unique from other states. I've been to probably 35 other different states across the country, and never once did I walked into any other state other than West Virginia and I felt welcome like a neighbor. That's what we have here, so never forget that.
Awesome. Thank you. Guys, you gotta remember that. This is a very smart man. He's been many places. He knows this stuff. All right? Hey, I appreciate you taking the time to meet up with me today and answer a few of my questions and taking the time to say hey to my students.
Hey, I like to say, Bluefield Intermediate, hey, have a safe summer. Try to stay as safe as you can. Hopefully you'll be able to go back to school in the fall. But always remember, what we value and hold important to our lives today came from events that happened yesterday, and it's when we begin to understand the events of yesterday that we fully embrace today, which makes tomorrow become less of a mystery.